Welcome to BFM News at 4. I'm Tian Kim. A fire broke out following an explosion at Taewon Industry, a paint material manufacturer in Cheonan, Chungnam Province, at around 11:44 a.m. today. Fire authorities issued a level 1 emergency response shortly after noon and began firefighting operations. 3 people were found dead at the scene, including a man in his 70s who worked in the company cafeteria. The identities of the other 2 victims are still being confirmed. A 30-year-old Indonesian national suffered burns, while a firefighter was injured after being struck on the wrist by falling debris. Police and fire authorities plan to conduct further searches and investigate the extent of the damage once the fire is under control. 3 consortia led by SK Telecom, Kakao, and KT have been selected to develop AI for Everyone, a nationwide artificial intelligence service project. The services will go beyond simple question and answer functions, allowing users to complete everyday tasks such as making reservations and accessing public services. The Ministry of Science and ICT will provide 512 NVIDIA B200 GPUs to support development. SK Telecom plans to offer AI services through phone calls and text messages, while Kakao will use Kakao Talk as its main platform. KT plans to connect its AI service with online portals, telecommunications, and media services. The 3 consortia will launch beta services in September and October, gather user feedback, and officially launch the services by the end of this year. In local news, Busan has been experiencing a heat wave and tropical nights and now is expected to receive up to 120 millimeters of rain over the next 2 days. Heavy rain advisories are issued for western Busan at 10:50 a.m. and for central and eastern areas 20 minutes later. Between 30 and 80 millimeters of rain is expected through tonight, with another 10 to 40 millimeters forecast for Saturday. The heat wave is expected to ease, but high humidity could push the perceived temperature to around 33 degrees. Busan has also recorded tropical nights for 10 consecutive days since August 18th. The 10th Busan Intercity Film Festival will take place from Friday through Sunday at the Busan Cinema Center's Cinematheque and Musée Theater. Hosted by the Busan Independent Film Association, the festival will showcase local films from Busan and other UNESCO cities of film around the world. This year, 21 cities and film platforms from 12 countries will participate. A special section titled Drawing City will feature 2 films about the memories and realities of cities affected by war. The festival will also mark the 10th anniversary of the Busan Intercity Residency Filmmaking Project and highlight its achievement and new creative projects. In international news, scientists say a massive rock and glacier collapse may have caused the devastating floods and landslides in Nepal and China's Tibet Autonomous Region. Satellite images show that bedrock beneath a glacier near Mount Langtang Lirun collapsed, sending huge amounts of ice and rock into a valley. Researchers believe the debris blocked a tributary of the Potekoshi River, causing water to build up before suddenly rushing downstream and triggering the destructive flooding. Scientists say climate change may have weakened permafrost in the Himalayas, making the ground more unstable. The disaster has killed 472 people in Nepal and Tibet, while 1,535 people remain missing. Researchers warn that recovering from the devastation could take years. And now for today's weather. Occasional rain is expected with 10 to 80 millimeters of rainfall expected, particularly along the southern coast of Gyeongnam Province. Cloudy and rainy conditions will make for a humid day. The temperature in Busan is currently 28 degrees Celsius. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BFM 부산 영어 방송.
Your best choice. BEFM Busan 영어 방송.
Coming up next is For My Busan with Laura McLucky. BEFM 부산 영어 방송.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our show. Happy Friday to you all. It's 4:05 p.m. on Friday the 28th. And by the way, why is it so hot outside? I can't even believe it. You know, when it gets hot, there's so many things that we give up. We give up sleep or deep sleep because of tropical night syndrome. We give up going up for a walk under the sun, although I did walk here and sweating. And sometimes we give up meeting people because we're just sweating. We're just sweating. We don't want to sweat. Hot and humid weather, it can take away our appetite. But not in Korea, actually. Hot summer. When will it finally end? Even when it rains, it's hot. Welcome to For My Busan. I'm your host, Laura McCluckey. All right, let's kick off with Travis. Why does it always rain on me?
Close my
That was Travis. Why does it always rain on me? To kick off Friday's edition of For My Busan. You know, Travis are from Scotland, which makes sense. Writing a song about rain, if you think about it. And also, over the next few days, I think we could all be singing this song. But I hope you've had sunshine in your heart today, despite the rainy weather outside. How's your day been so far? Good? Good. I want to say hello to all of our listeners, viewers, wherever you're tuning in from, whether it's on the radio in your car, online, on our channel, over at YouTube, or just whatever else. Whatever you are, hello. 타카만님, 베니님, 안녕하세요. Dropping in there with the chat. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe so you never miss all the magic that's happening around here at For My Busan. Speaking of which, have you heard of the Korean expression, 쳐서 magic? It refers to this almost magical feeling that the hot weather disappears and the air suddenly becomes cooler after 쳐서, which is the 14th of the 24th traditional solar terms, which nobody knows what that means unless you have AI with you or you're into that, right? But the word 쳐 means to stop. 멈춰 means to stop. And 서 means heat. So 쳐서 literally means stop heat. The heat comes to an end, right? The heat goes away. Believe it or not, and I do not, last Sunday was actually 쳐서. But it's not the end of the heat, of course. Some people prefer the hot weather to the cold weather. Some heat is actually necessary. Of course, we need the heat just like we need the cold. But, you know, if it was a bit more in balance, maybe I would be more forgiving of my opinions. However, when the heat continues, you know, for too long, it's just... it doesn't just make us feel meh, but it actually can affect our health. For one thing, our appetite becomes probably less robust than it might be in the colder weather. So many people do lose their appetite when it gets really hot. 많이 더울 때 진짜 입맛이 없죠. And cooking is just 귀찮다, right? In the hot kitchen. So especially during summer, like anyone who has to work outside, anyone who has to work in a hot kitchen or inside a place that is stuffy, and I just, so much respect because I hate it. I couldn't do it. It feels like labor, right? If you're just in the kitchen, you're already sweating, you're already hot. You don't want to eat hot and spicy food. It's not appealing. I don't want that. So people skip meals and they choose cold drinks or like simple snacks instead, which is what I do, actually. But if you keep eating like this throughout the summer, it's not good because it can affect your health. You need to have a balanced diet. Your body continuously uses energy to control body temperature as well. Sweating takes calories, my friend. So which is why I'm not really against it, you know? It's just, may I just say, I'm not a scientist in this, but I do know that, and I can't remember which gene it is, but a number of Koreans, in fact, the majority of Koreans do not carry the smelly sweat gene, right? This is true. I'm not making it up. However, as a non-Korean person, as a Scottish person, I definitely carry the smelly sweat gene, as does my son. And it's not great, you know? My husband never smells. How is that? What must it be like to never smell? Some Koreans do have it, by the way. But anyway, we need to be controlling our body temperature. Sweating does that. We need calories for that. Our bodies actually need a lot more water and a lot of calories during the summer because we skip meals. Our bodies have less energy to recover. Activities can feel exhausting. The heat feels exhausting. Everything is exhausting. So when you don't have much of an appetite, it's important to eat anyway. But you can go here and there, you know, small meals, snacks, frequent meals rather than 3 meals a day, and stay hydrated and get electrolytes and sleep well. 여러분 잘 챙겨 드세요. 건강하이소. 오늘은 여러분이 여름에 먹는 음식 이야기 좀 들어볼까요? What is your must-eat food in hot summer? Let us know and why. 여름에 어떤 음식을 꼭 먹어야 한다 라고 생각하시는지 알려주시기 바랍니다. 이유도 같이 보내주시면 감사하겠습니다. So today we don't have our Busan playlist segment. Actually, the second half is a veritable banquet of content. So we have our Eurasia Now segment and we'll connect with Park Bo-sung PD who is in Almaty. We've also got Guten Tag Busan because it's the last Friday of the month. So we'll have Simon in the studio to tell us all about what he's been doing. And then in the second half, we've got Busan Roundtable. So it's the second episode. We're talking all about Busan food and we've got some very interesting guests. I am the host of that show. So you will see me looking probably a lot more fresh than I look here. Because I've been sweating today and I didn't on that day. That's why. That's what it is. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that. Lots coming up for you today. 샵 9050 pound 9050. Text messages cost 101. KakaoTalk, YouTube Live, absolutely free. You can get in touch. Let us know what is your summer food that you must eat. All right, but up next, it's Newsfeed.
System check complete. Destination set. Busan.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're now making our approach to Busan. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. We've just landed. Welcome to For My Busan. All right, time for news feed. Let's take a look at what's going on in Busan and beyond. First up, Busan wants your ideas. Yes, Busan wants citizens to help shape its future as a major maritime city. The city is holding a marine policy town hall on September 14th and is looking for 100 citizens to take part. They'll sit down with around 50 experts to talk about some pretty big questions about where Busan's ocean industries should go next. The topics will include strengthening Busan as a centre for national maritime policy, expanding the city's shipping and logistics industries, building a global marine business ecosystem, and developing new ocean-related industries. And yes, the Arctic shipping route is also on the agenda. It's an issue that's been getting more attention as Busan looks to its future in global shipping. Very interesting. It won't just be experts, of course. 100 citizens will get a chance to ask questions and share ideas directly with Mayor Chun Jae-soo. Applications are open through September 6th. And of course, Busan is a port city, so shipping, logistics, the oceans, it really does matter for the citizens here. So if you want more information, go to www.busan.com and you can find more information over there as well. All right, up next, a birth certificate for every child. This is interesting to me because this already exists in Scotland, right? So Korea's Constitutional Court has made an important ruling about children born here to foreign parents. The court says that every child born in Korea should be able to register their birth here, regardless of their nationality or their parents' immigration status. Now, right now, Korea's family registration system mainly covers Korean citizens. So for some foreign families, especially if the parents are undocumented, which happens, or if registering the child back in their home country is difficult, things can get very complicated very quickly. So this case, there was a case involving a Vietnamese mother whose child was born in 2019 in Korea, but couldn't be registered here at birth. And so the court said that birth registration should be considered a basic right. In simple terms, if a child is born here, there should be an official record saying, yes, this child exists, which makes sense, right? And just to be clear, it doesn't automatically give the child Korean citizenship or legal residency, which is what people might be thinking about or concerned about. It gives them an official identity and access to basic protections, which is very necessary. So now the National Assembly will have to come up with a new law to reflect the ruling. It's a birth certificate is one of those things that most of us don't really think about. I have to use it for obviously being a foreign national here in Korea, probably more than anything. But in Korea, we've got the 가족 관계 증명서 있죠. But in Scotland, we don't have that. So sometimes they ask for that and it's just not a document that we have. So yeah, imagine though growing up without any official record of where you were born or your youth, right? All right, that's all for that. Now finally, deadly floods hit Nepal. Now, you've probably seen the news already. Some very difficult news to share with you coming out of Nepal. A massive flash flood near the Chinese border has absolutely devastated communities in the mountainous Rasua district. At least 389 people have died. Hundreds more are still missing, including international tourists. The flood tore through villages. It swept away buildings, roads, and bridges. And researchers believe it may have started after a glacier and rock collapsed in the Himalayas between Nepal and Tibet, sending a huge rush of water, ice, and debris downhill. And the speed was just as terrifying. Again, if you've seen the videos, you'll know what we're talking about. But in some areas, water reportedly rose by as much as 9 meters in just 30 minutes. Now, rescue efforts are still underway, but the area remains unstable. Officials are also watching newly formed mountain lakes because there's another concern that another natural dam could give way and cause more flooding. And according to live updates, China has resumed rescue efforts at Nepal-Tibet border after fears of the second flood halted operations. So hopefully people are getting the help that they need. Now, the disaster has affected both Nepal and Tibet, with rescue and evacuation efforts continuing on both sides of the borders. So many families still waiting for answers. It's incredibly hard to even imagine what that must feel like. So for now, the focus is on rescue efforts, getting people to safety, finding more survivors. And if there's any way that you can help, please do so, whatever that might look like. And our thoughts, of course, with everyone affected. Terrible news to end on there. So, yes. Let's continue on with our show. I'm going to play you a song and then we'll come back with some On the Mic. This is Real Gone Kid by Deacon Blue.
I tear out the pages that I've got in these books to find just some words to get some reward, and I'd show you all the photographs that I ever got took, and I'd play old 45s that now mean nothing to me. And you're a real gone kid. Maybe not, baby. Maybe not, baby. Maybe not, baby. I'll do what I should have did. Now I stood on your shadow and I've watched it grow, and it's shaking and it's driven me. And let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know about all the old 45s and the paperback rooms, and it's scattered all the photographs of summers and suns. And you're a real gone kid. Maybe not, baby. Maybe not, baby. Maybe not, baby. I'll
여러분 안녕하세요, 레오입니다. 올여름 부산 다대포 해수욕장 가보셨나요? 붉은 노을만큼이나 뜨거웠던 부산 바다축제의 열기가 아직도 가시지 않은 것 같은데요. 오늘은 다대포의 밤바다를 청춘의 열정으로 물들인 주인공을 모셨습니다. 폭발적인 가창력으로 관객들의 심장을 뛰게 만든 부산대학교 밴드부의 보컬 조한선님 모셨습니다. 안녕하세요, 한서씨. 청취자분들을 위한 간단한 자기소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
안녕하세요. 부산대학교 전기공학과에 재학 중이며 중앙밴드 동아리 소리터에서 보컬로 활동을 이어가고 있는 조한서입니다.
네, 반갑습니다, 한서씨. 이번에 다대포 부산 바다축제라는 정말 큰 무대에 섰습니다. 부산 시민들과 수많은 관광객 앞에서 노래를 부르셨을 때 기분이 어떠셨나요?
실제로 무대에 올라가니까 제 시야에 정말 많은 사람들과 저희를 찍고 있는 카메라가 눈에 들어왔습니다. 그 순간, 이런 순간을 위해 내가 밴드를 시작했지 라는 생각과 함께 이 광경을 잊지 않도록 눈에 많이 담아가자 라고 다짐했습니다. 또 리허설 때까지만 해도 날씨가 너무 더워서 지쳐 있었는데 막상 무대에 서니 더위는 전혀 못 느끼겠고 그냥 신나서 무대를 즐겼던 것 같습니다.
네, 제가 직접 한서씨 무대를 봤는데 대학 밴드라고 하기에는 너무 완성도 있는 무대였어요. 그만큼 연습량이 어마어마했겠죠. 근데 대학생 신분으로 학업과 밴드 두 가지를 병행하는 건 정말 힘든 일이라는 생각이 듭니다. 힘든 점은 없었나요?
학업과 밴드를 병행하는 건 언제나 가장 조율하기 어려운 부분이라고 생각합니다. 저를 포함한 멤버들 모두 음악에 대한 열정만큼은 누구에게도 지지 않지만 또 학업을 놓칠 순 없기 때문에 시간 단위로 일정을 쪼개서 공연을 준비합니다. 그러다 보니 공연 때마다 꼭 한 번씩 스케줄과 관련된 위기가 찾아오는데요. 이번에도 어김없이 아찔한 순간이 있었습니다. 멤버 중 기타 치는 형의 대학원 입학 면접 날짜와 축제 날짜가 정확히 겹쳐버린 건데요. 결국 리허설 직전에 정장을 입은 채로 땀을 뻘뻘 흘리시면서 간신히 나타난 모습을 보고 안도와 함께 웃었던 기억이 납니다.
네, 정말 열정 가득한 모습이 너무 보기 좋습니다. 또 그런 열정이 공연에서도 가득했거든요. 그래서인지 관객들의 반응이 뜨거웠습니다. 특히 롯데연체 응원가, 이건 어쩌다 준비하신 거예요?
사전에 저희끼리 셀리스트를 짤 때 적어도 한 곡만큼은 관객분들 모두가 하나 되어 부를 수 있는 곡을 선보이자는 데 뜻을 모았습니다. 어떤 곡이 좋을까 한참을 고민하다가 부산하면 절대 빠질 수 없는 것이 롯데연수라고 생각했습니다. 그래서 롯데 팬분들이 가장 좋아하시는 응원가 중 하나인 영광의 순간을 준비해 갔습니다. 신기했던 점은 다른 곡과는 다르게 첫 기타 리프가 나오자마자 객석 곳곳에서 함성 소리가 들리고 제 손짓에 맞춰 수많은 관객분들이 손을 흔들며 떼창해 주시는 걸 보면서 우리가 지금 제대로 준비해 왔구나 하는 전율이 돋았고 무더운 날씨에도 아낌없이 호응해 주시는 관객분들을 위해 작은 보답을 해드린 것 같아 뿌듯했습니다.
네, 관객들이 뭘 좋아할지 알고 계셨군요. 좋습니다. 제가 문득 궁금한 게 한서 씨는 어쩌다 밴드에 관심을 갖게 되신 거예요?
처음 밴드에 푹 빠지게 된 것 한상님의 등대라는 노래를 듣고 나서부터였습니다. 담담한 목소리와 화려하지 않지만 묵직한 기타 솔로를 치는 모습이 멋있어서 그때부터 장르를 가리지 않고 밴드 음악을 찾아 듣기 시작했습니다. 그러다 밴드부에 들어가야겠다고 마음먹게 된 계기는 오아시스의 97년도 라이브 영상을 보고 나서부터였습니다. 오아시스만의 당당한 태도와 특유의 에너지로 전 세계 사람들을 열광하게 만드는 그런 모습을 담고 싶어서 대학교에 입학하자마자 무작정 밴드부에 지원했고 지금까지 좋은 경험 많이 쌓으면서 활동하고 있습니다.
그렇군요. 뭔가 무작정 도전했다라는 게 저는 정말 멋있게 다가오는 것 같아요. 혹시 한서 씨가 생각하는 인생의 모토가 있다면 영어로 표현 가능하실까요?
네, 솔직하게 말씀드리면 제가 인생의 모토나 원칙 같은 걸 따로 정해두고 사는 사람은 아니어서 어떤 게 좋을까 하고 조금 찾아봤는데요. 앤디 워홀이 한 말 중에 Don't think, just get it done 이라는 말이 있더라고요. 사실 제가 꽤 신중해서 쉽게 결정하지 못하고 고민을 길게 하는 편입니다. 그런데 돌이켜보면 너무 깊게 재고 망설였을 때보다 일단 부딪혀봤을 때 후회도 남지 않고 결과도 되게 좋았던 점이 많았습니다. 그래서 남은 20대도 망설이지 말고 일단 부딪혀보며 살아가자 라는 마음으로 이 문장을 골랐습니다.
네, Don't think, just get it done. 생각하지 말고 그냥 해버려. 너무 많은 생각과 고민보단 일단 도전해보는 게 중요하기도 하죠. 좋은 말이네요. 고맙습니다. 아쉽지만 저희가 약속한 시간이 벌써 다 됐습니다. 짧은 시간이었지만 오늘 이야기를 나눠보니 무대 위에서 왜 그렇게 멋진 에너지가 뿜어져 나왔는지 확실히 알 것 같습니다. 앞으로도 멋진 밴드 활동과 대학생활 응원하겠고요. 오늘 함께 해주셔서 고맙습니다.
감사합니다.
응원. I love the 응원. Thank you very much, Leo, for that lovely interview. Our reporter Leo there. And our interviewee, 조한서님, who is the vocalist of Busan National University Band Club. Is it 소리터? 소리터. Like 놀이터, but 소리터. I like that. I like it a lot. They successfully performed at the Darapo Busan Sea Festival, balancing studies and band activities. Not easy. Despite a close call when one member barely joined rehearsal in a suit after a graduate school interview, the band delivered a very polished performance. I'm sure the suit helped. To connect with the audience, Joe prepared the Lotte Giants cheer song, Moment of Glory, drawing loud sing-alongs and enthusiastic responses. And inspired by Han Sung-ui's Lighthouse and Oasis live videos, he joined a band without much hesitation. He said his life motto is Andy Warhol's, don't think, just get it done. Oh, I love that. Reflecting his determination to keep taking on challenges in his 20s. What was that like? Challenges in my 20s? I can't remember that far back. But listen, thank you so much for that lovely interview. And I agree with that. Don't think, just get it done. Just do it. Just go for it. Brilliant to have you on the show. And if you want to be on the mic, please do get in touch. We'd love to have your story as well. Today, we are asking you, by the way, what is your must-eat food in summer? Got a few answers coming in. Benny-nim, what is a must-eat food for you in summer? Benny-nim, did you answer it? Ice cream and chicken. Ice cream and chicken. Ice cream and chicken together? Together? Oh, well, there we go. What do you think? Must-eat food in summer? Yeah, get in touch. Let us know. 여름에 꼭 먹어야 하는 음식 무엇입니까? 이유도 같이 보내주시면 감사하겠습니다. 샵 9050 89050 카카오톡 and YouTube Live. No song request segment today. We've got lots of very fun video segments for you in the second half, so stick around for that. But up next, it's time for Culture for You. Oh, yeah, Michael's here. Hello.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Are you wearing black so that your sweat patches don't show?
My sweat patches? Can you see them? No. But
안 보인다.
it is wet today. It's so hot and wet.
It's so hot and wet.
It's getting worse. What's happening to the world?
I feel like we're in monsoon season in 동남아.
You know, like, and I thought our monsoon season was already done.
No.
Or supposed to be.
Well, that's the thing. That's a funny thing because, this is because of the typhoon
Okay.
passing up through Japan and Taiwan. So we don't get any of the winds, but we're getting a lot of the rain. So the rain is passing through the southern parts of Korea. Listen to me, weather woman. But the rains have been on and off, and we had like serious rains.
Yeah, it's not just any kind of rain. It's monsoon
It's
rain that we're
monsoon
talking
rain,
about right
yeah.
now.
Or just Scottish Tuesday morning rain. This is normal rain for me in
I
Scotland.
mean, like, I have a question. In Scotland,
Yeah.
do you guys get sunlight? Like,
Of course we do.
you do?
And do you know what happens as soon as the sun comes out? Sun's out, guns out.
Ah,
Actually, we don't say sun's out, guns out. We say taps off,
taps off.
which means take your tops off.
Ah.
So you'll see if there's a glimmer of sunshine, men in the park, they're like,
Already.
yes, it's sunny. It
Puddle.
might be like 10 degrees, but it's sunny, so the tops are off.
You don't want to miss the opportunity.
Yeah. Got to get a little vitamin D on those pasty white bodies.
대단하다.
Yeah.
We need more Scottish people here in Korea.
I agree. Come on.
오세요, Scottish
오세요.
people. Yes, please.
빨리 와, 빨리 와. What do you have for us today?
Yes, a lot of interesting stories, but we'll first begin with a story about one of the most recognizable figures in modern art. And her name is Yayoi Kusama,
Oh, yeah, I heard this story.
a very, very famous Japanese contemporary artist. She has passed away at the age of 97.
That's very sad. She's famous all over the world. Very, very famous. Let's talk about what made her work so unique.
So her signature is repetition. So we're talking about, dots, nets, pumpkins, mirrors, and lights appearing again and again throughout her work. And what began as a response to hallucinations that she actually experienced as a child eventually became a visual language known around the world.
Yeah, she called this idea self-obliteration, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So Kusama wanted to erase the boundaries between herself, objects, and the surrounding space. By repeating dots and patterns endlessly, she tried to make the individual disappear into something infinite.
Yeah, and ironically, that actually made her one of the most recognizable artists on the planet while she was making people disappear.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's the fascinating, contradiction at the heart of her career. So she wanted to disappear, but her yellow pumpkins and infinity mirror rooms became some of the most recognizable images in contemporary art.
And so let's go to her international career. So how did that start?
Yes. So she moved from Japan to New York in 1958, right? After corresponding with American artist Georgia O'Keeffe. And in New York, she became part of the avant-garde art scene and developed works such as her enormous infinity nets.
Yeah. I loved her. I always knew her as a dot artist, the Japanese dot artist.
Yes.
Yeah. But did she work with only painting or what?
Not at all.
No?
So she created sculptures, installations, performances, and even provocative, happenings. So, for example, in 1966, at the Venice Biennale, she presented Narcissus Garden, covering the lawn with 1,500 mirrored spheres and offering them for sale.
I love that. Of course, the story of Narcissus is, he fell in love with his own reflection.
Yeah, exactly.
So I love that.
Yeah.
It sounds very different from the museum exhibitions that people might associate with her today.
It was. So her career was very experimental and sometimes even controversial. But being a Japanese woman in the largely male Western art world made it difficult for her to receive the recognition she deserved at the time.
Yeah, but I mean, she eventually became a global superstar.
Exactly. So after returning to Japan in the 1970s, she voluntarily entered a psychiatric hospital in Tokyo.
Do you know what? I think I would do that as well.
Yeah, but she continued working every day at the nearby studio. In other words, the hospital became not the end of her artistic life, but the environment in which she could continue creating.
I think that's a very good idea. And I think the word psychiatric hospital makes it sound a lot more scary and severe. But, putting yourself into a facility so you can get calm and peace for your mind and soul.
Yeah.
Like, good
Think
idea.
outside of the box, right? From a different angle. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what makes her truly one of a kind.
Very much so. When did her major international comeback happen?
So her major turning point came with her 1993 presentation at Venice Biennale. From then on, immersive installations involving mirrors, lights, and pumpkins became enormously popular with the public.
Yeah, especially in the age of smartphones, right, and social media.
Exactly. Her infinity mirror rooms were almost perfectly designed for the age of selfies. Ironically, the work originally inspired by the desire to erase the self became something people desperately wanted to photograph themselves inside. And there's one thing that I to add here. I was actually, so there are lots of works that she made, and it's not just about the paintings, but it's also about the sculptures and the installations, right?
The experience of the art with the viewer.
Exactly.
Right?
And there's this yellow pumpkin like dot piano installed at the Tokyo Prefecture Office Observatory in Shinjuku. I was actually there, and I was able to play on that piano that Yayoi herself actually designed.
Wow.
So to me, this comes as, this comes to me personally.
Yeah.
So in the new age, her pieces, her masterpieces, her works fit directly into the hearts of the next generation.
Yeah.
The new generation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. I love that. I would like to go and visit some of her artworks actually, but yeah.
Go to the observatory. Because the only thing you have to do is line up and you can play the piano.
And you just go in there
Yeah.
and doodle-loo, Rachmaninoff.
5분 이상 안 된대요.
아, 진짜로?
There's a time limit, of course, but
But I can only play Dun, da, 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 da,
Wow.
da, 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 da,
See,
da, da.
I'm pretty sure that you're one
30초.
of the better ones
Really?
lined up to play the piano, so I'm not too
I
worried.
think so.
Yeah.
She was very commercially successful, though.
Very much so. So her works have generated hundreds of millions of dollars in global auction sales in recent years. In Korea, her famous pumpkin paintings have also been particularly popular with collectors.
Yeah. And so it's very sad when someone passes on, but it must be very rewarding to leave a legacy like she has.
Yes.
So what remains after her passing?
So her studio has said that she continued painting until the very last day of her life. Her legacy is much bigger than a particular style. She showed that a deeply personal obsession could become a universal artistic language.
Yeah, I love that. I really love that a lot.
Well, my sincere condolences to Yayoi-sang. And it has been a pleasure to be able to live the same era as her.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in power. Okay, before we move on to our second story, I want to read a couple of messages. Yujing's name. So today I'm going to ask you, that's why.
All right.
Today the text topic is, what is your must-eat summer food for a hot, hot summer? What is the food you must eat? And Yujing's name says, there's a small restaurant near my house. They serve really good kongguksu at
Oh,
a
my
reasonable
goodness.
price.
Yeah, kongguksu is nice.
They carefully grind the soybeans themselves to make the broth. It's rich, fresh, incredibly delicious.
Oh, my
Their
goodness.
kongguksu is simply the
Why
best.
is he explaining in such a detail?
Eugene's name. I think Eugene's name
I'm drooling right
likes
now.
the kongguksu a lot. What's your go-to summer food? Hot summer food.
저는 평냉입니다. 평양냉면. Yeah, those cold noodles from Pyongyang, apparently. I love it because it doesn't taste anything. It doesn't taste like anything. You know, 슴슴한 맛. And how do you translate it into English? It's very hard. 슴슴하다.
It's not like 담백하다, bland.
Bland?
bland.
Okay. Yeah. So it's
슴슴하다
got
is
that
bland.
very bland, but very intriguing taste.
I don't
You get
want
addicted
to
to it.
eat bland food.
But it's cold. That's the whole gist of it. It's cold. It's good for the summer. It really cools you down.
My favorite is 동치미.
동치미? 평냉에다가 동치미 같이 먹으면 맛있잖아요.
Everything you have 동치미 with anything is
that's
맛있다.
true.
초콜릿 동치미 오케이. 아이스크림 동치미
동치미랑
오케이.
카레 괜찮고, 그죠?
다 오케이.
동치미랑.
동치미 혼자 오케이.
But would you have it?
시리얼과 함께
Would you have it
오케이.
with 팥빙수도?
Yes.
아 진짜로? 동치미랑
gonna-
팥빙수를 같이 먹는다고요?
같이 먹어.
Wow, you're.
동치미는 최고입니다.
You're
최고.
weird.
No, I have. If you ever see me with a tumbler, 물 아니야 동치미다.
Ah, Jesus! No, please don't. Please don't do that.
냠냠 김치
아,
같이
Jesus.
먹는 거예요.
이런 사람들 때문에
맛있겠다.
지하철 타면 냄새 나는 거예요. I know. I know this.
Jinlian Peace님 said 평냉면 저도요.
너무 맛있어요.
동치미.
너무 맛있어요.
Oh yeah, I love it.
끝나고 먹어야겠다.
Okay, let's move on.
Yes.
Second story.
Yes. Next one. This one is also about music and culture, but it raises a completely different question. So, do audiences have the right to dance at a live music venue?
Oh, I know what's going on here. This is
나
about
이거
the club
진짜-
in Busan, Avant-Garde.
It's a big issue.
Right? Avant-Garde. I've been here many times. Of course, it sounds like an obvious question, but, you know, dancing at a concert, if I've got live music, I want to bust a move.
Yeah, I mean, so like in Korea, the legal status of a small live clubs can make that surprisingly complicated.
Yeah.
So you can't dance during live shows. A famous Busan live club called 오방가르드 recently received a 2-month suspension after a complaint that an audience member danced during a performance.
People are so mean. Like, okay, may I say, yes, I understand it's a law, but at the same time, who are these snitches going around saying, someone was
이게
dancing?
민원이 제기가 된 거였거든요.
Someone was dancing.
Yeah.
That's
It
not
wasn't
no
even
dancing.
at the hall either. Like it was on the stairs. People were lining up and they were
Yeah.
listening to the music and they
And
were
they were just
dancing on
like,
stairs.
"That's nice.
And apparently
I like
somebody
that
submitted a
music."
complaint about it.
Like, it's wild. But anyway, tell us why this leads to a business suspension. Because
Yeah,
it is legal.
Yeah, it's a law, legal stuff. So it's because many small live clubs are officially registered as ordinary restaurants, 일반 음식점, rather than performance venues. Under current food sanitation regulations, restaurants with sound equipment generally cannot allow customers to dance because the law was originally designed to prevent restaurants from operating disguised as entertainment establishments.
But that's the thing. Entertainment establishments, we're thinking like nightclubs
유흥주점 뭐 이런 거
or
생각하시는데
etc. etc.
여기는 그런 게 아니잖아요.
근데 아닙니다. A live music club is something very different. It's not the same thing as a nightclub.
Exactly, and that's the problem, right? So a small live club may sell drinks and food simply because ticket sales alone are not enough to survive.
Yeah.
But its main purpose is still music performance, and the law doesn't always reflect that reality.
And that's the problem, because if the place actually registers, or the live music club registers as an official performance venue, there's so many other restrictions, right?
그러니까요. 그러니까 there are significant restrictions, as you said. It may have to meet safety requirements and operate a certain number of performance days. More importantly, selling alcohol becomes difficult or almost impossible.
Yeah.
For many small venues, that would make the business financially unsustainable.
Well, that's it, because they rely a lot on people coming, having a few drinks with
Exactly.
friends, enjoying the music. So
그러니까요. 다
what are-
필요한 것들인데.
필요한 거죠. 나 시원한 어떤 거 마시면서 재미있는 공연을 보면서 진짜 즐거운 뭐 주말을 보낼 수 있어요.
그러니까요.
근데
그러니까요.
없으면 어떡하지?
It's-
No dance, no beer.
라이브 클럽으로서의 매력이 없어지는 거죠. In what do you Tumblr. Oh my god. All right. So, anyways, the industry is stuck between different legal categories,
Yeah.
and that's why musicians and cultural organizations are calling for a new legal framework specifically designed for small live clubs.
Yeah. And that's necessary. So what are they asking for?
So they want a clear distinction, and this is also what I want, right? Between actual entertainment businesses and small performance spaces. 그러니까 라이브 클럽과 유흥 뭐 주점이라든지 이런 유흥 공간과의 좀 그 확실한 그 분간을 좀 해달라 이런 건데, they also want ordinary audience reactions like clapping,
Like being a
cheering,
human.
being a
Excuse me,
human.
don't be human at this music venue.
light
Sit down.
dancing or moving.
Don't
just
enjoy.
a slight movement with the music, right? They also want this not to automatically be treated as illegal entertainment
Well, that's the
activity.
thing. It's not, and that it sounds very reasonable what they're asking for,
Yes.
right?
The broader argument is that small live clubs are essential to the music ecosystem. They are where young musicians meet audiences, experiment with new sounds, and build careers. If these venues disappear, the entire independent music scene becomes much weaker.
Yeah, it's much bigger than dancing, right? It's not just about the dancing and people reporting people for dancing. It's about whether the law can actually understand and just care about the importance of these clubs for music culture, like the culture of a city.
Exactly. 그러니까 이렇게 되면 문 다 닫는 거예요.
그러니까.
Right? Sometimes a regulation designed to solve one problem can unintentionally damage an entire cultural ecosystem decades later. So 이번에 좋은 기회가 된 것 같아요. Right? Because it's been this regulation has been around for a while.
A long time.
Right?
Yep.
Things change and it's an outdated regulation. So now it's a
Yeah.
good time that it's getting publicized. Now it's about time that we change it.
Let's have a rehash of whatever the law says.
자, 라이브 클럽 갑시다. And listen to some good music.
좋아. And dance.
And dance with 동치미
Shake
and 팥빙수
With 동치미 and 팥빙수.
in a tumbler.
동치미 club.
Good
I
God.
love it. Okay. We have about
This is going to be our last
3 minutes
issue.
left.
Yeah.
So you dive in, say what's the most important parts, and I'll sit back and
Yeah.
Close my mouth.
So I'm gonna go to our last issue, which is the 2026 Busan Biennale,
Oh,
which is about to open. Yeah,
exciting.
it's bringing
Yes.
contemporary art to two very different parts of the city, Yeongdo and Ulsukdo.
yes. I was at Ursukdo the other day.
Oh, how was
Yeah.
it?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Very hot,
As
that's why I'm
always,
tanned.
Ulsukdo, a beautiful place to be.
Yeah.
And this year's theme is Dissident Chorus. The idea is to bring together different voices, experiences, and perspectives rather than trying to make everyone speak with one voice.
Okay, so very connected to social issues that we've been discussing.
It is. The exhibition explores themes such as ecology, labor, migration, resistance, and education. In total, 49 artists from 22 countries are participating, presenting around 250 works across installation, sound, performance, video, and sculpture.
Very cool. So where can we go to see these exhibitions?
그 현대미술관이죠. At the Busan Museum of Contemporary Art in Ulsukdo, as well as Space Wonji in Yeongdo, and the former Busan Nam High School. Interestingly, the different locations are actually part of the exhibition concept.
Ooh, how?
그러니까 장소까지 이제 지금 컨셉에 포함이 됐다는 건데 each location represents a different layer of Busan's history. The museum looks at ecology and the experiences of labor movement and resistance. The former port warehouse reflects the history of the sea and port workers. And the old school explores education and how knowledge is passed down from one generation to another.
Very interesting. Okay.
컨셉 잘 잡았다.
So what else do we need to know about this then?
Like moving from one venue to another, it becomes an experience.
Yeah.
The audience physically travels through different histories and perspectives, almost creating their own journey through the city.
And you said 44 artists. 49 artists.
Yes.
Where are they from? They're not all Korean.
They're not all. So let's see. Where are they from?
Philippines.
So internationally recognized artists as Filipino performance artist Joshua Serafin, French artist Julien Croizet, and Eric Baudelaire, who works across film and installation. There's also Korean artists including Kang Seok-kyung, Ryu Sung-sil, Im Min-wook, and others are also participating.
And of course our Busan artists.
그럼요.
Right?
부산 지역에서 또 활발하게 활동하시는 예술가분들도 참여하시죠. Artists based in Busan, including Park Hyun-sung and Lee Dong-gun, are part of the exhibition. That local participation is very important because the Biennale is not simply bringing international art into Busan, but it is also trying to reflect the city itself.
Absolutely. So please do not miss the 2026 Busan Biennale. It's every 2 years, so we're quite lucky that it's here and across 3 different venues in the city.
이번에 못 가시면 2년 더 기다리셔야 돼요.
맞아요. Lots of fantastic artwork. But it does go on quite a while. It's going on until November, I believe.
Exactly. So we're looking forward to it, and it's going to be fun. Go to live clubs, go to museums, go and watch the Biennale.
Enjoy the culture.
Yes.
Michael, thank you so much. Have
Thank
a wonderful
you.
weekend. We'll
You
see
too.
you next week.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, this is See the Lights by Simple Minds. I'll see you in the second half.
Summer's gone, winter's in your eyes. I can feel the thunderstorms inside. Awake every morning and the cold winds cover me. All I've got's a ghost of what could be. If you could see the lights shining in front of me. If you can see the lights shine out where you'll be.
Your bridge to the world. BEFM 부산 영어 방송.
자갈치 시장의 활기찬 목소리. 영도 앞바다를 수놓은 은빛 윤슬. 우리가 지켜온 부산의 소중한 모습들입니다. 이제 부산은 그 이상의 내일을 준비합니다. 첨단을 달리는 에코 델타 시티의 일상부터 가덕도 신공항의 하늘길, 그리고 유라시아와 북극을 잇는 북극 항로까지 세계를 향한 거침없는 도약, 그 엔진은 바로 부산 사람입니다.
우리가 부산입니다.
우리가 부산입니다.
우리가 부산입니다.
당신의 자부심이 부산의 미래를 만듭니다. 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
All-Star English Level Up, Live and Vibes. 감성 라이브. 부산의 목소리가 세계로 간다. From Busan to the world. R&B 황제 김조한과 부산 대표 3인조 감성 발라더 순순이가 드디어 만났어요. 세계에 도전하는 부산의 진짜 목소리를 들어보세요. Level up your English, sing along, and vibe with us live. Our brand new BFM digital studio is waiting for you. 팝송으로 영어 레벨업하고 감성 라이브도 함께 즐겨요. 자세한 내용은 부산 영어 방송 홈페이지에서 확인하세요. 선착순이니까 얼른 신청하시고요. Check the website for details. First come, first serve. So hurry and sign up. 우리 BFM 디지털 스튜디오에서 만나요.
This summer is expected to be hotter than in previous years, so please take extra caution when spending time outdoors. To help prevent heat-related illness, check weather updates regularly and avoid outdoor activities during periods of extreme heat. If outdoor work or activities are unavoidable, please wear a hat or use a parasol, take regular breaks in the shade, and drink plenty of water. We also encourage everyone to look out for neighbors and family members who may be living alone. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of the Interior and Safety.
아직 어렵게 느껴지는 영어. 아이들 영어는 어떻게 챙기시나요? 부산 영어 방송이 준비한 어린이 영어 콘텐츠 세상. BFM 키즈 영상 채널이 여러분을 찾아갑니다. 샘 해밍턴과 윌 벤저스 그리고 모모랜드 낸시가 함께하는 BFM 키즈에서 영어로 듣는 부산 설화와 전래동화, 재밌는 파닉스 영어, 신나는 K-팝 영어까지 만나보세요. 우리 아이의 영어 실력과 창의력을 쑥쑥 키워줄 특별한 어린이 영어 채널 BFM 키즈가 여러분을 기다립니다. 지금 바로 BFM 키즈를 검색하고 구독해주세요.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
엄마가 얘기하는 거 따라해봐. 부산이 좋아요.
부산이 좋아요.
For my 부산.
For my 부산.
부산으로 오세요. For my 부산.
부산? For my 부산.
부산 하면 For my Busan.
For my 부산.
You are listening to For My Busan.
Eurasia Now. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. My name's Laura McCluckey. This is the second half of For My Busan. And, of course, it is time for Eurasia Now. We're connecting live with members of the Eurasia City Diplomacy Team who are on a 10-night, 12-day visit to 4 Eurasian cities, Shanghai, Almaty, Tashkent, and Liverpool to carry out lots of city diplomacy activities. And today, I'm very excited, we're joined by BEFM For My Busan producer Park Bo-sung, who's currently reporting from the field in Almaty. So let's connect with our field reporter, Park Bo-sung PD. Park PD님, are you there?
네, 로라 씨, 그리고 청취자 여러분 잘 지내고 계시죠?
네.
저는 지금 카자흐스탄 알마티에 나와 있는 부산 영어 방송 박보성 PD입니다.
네, we miss you very, very much. 네, 저희는 잘 지내고 있고요. 방송도 잘하고, 네, 걱정하지 마세요, PD님.
네, 다행입니다. 제가 있는 이곳 알마티의 현재 시각은 오후 1시로 한국보다 4시간 느린데요. 알마티는 부산의 우호 협력 도시 중 하나로 부산과 직항 노선이 연결돼 있을 만큼 활발한 교류가 이어지고 있는 도시입니다.
네, 그렇군요. So, Bosong PD currently in Almaty in Kazakhstan. He's joined the Eurasia City Diplomacy Corps for the Almaty leg of their journey and is taking part in various events and activities on the ground. We're very jealous. The current time in Almaty is 1 p.m., 4 hours behind Korea. Almaty is one of Busan's friendship and cooperation cities, and the two cities enjoy extensive exchange, even connected by direct flights. 네, 박 PD님. 그럼 본격적으로 어제 알마티에서 어떤 행사들이 진행됐는지 소개해 주세요.
네, 우선 행사 소개 전에 이번 유라시아 도시외교단의 부단장님이신 정영수 의원님을 인터뷰했는데요. 한번 들어보시죠.
네, 부단장님 반갑습니다. 이번 유라시아 도시외교단 활동이 도시 간 교류를 확대하는 데 어떤 계기가 되기를 기대하시나요?
네, 알마티는 유라시아 도시 외교단이 연속 5번이나 방문할 만큼 중앙아시아의 주요 우호 도시입니다. 중앙아시아에서 유럽까지 유라시아 도시 외교단으로서 글로벌 해양 수도 부산을 더 널리 알리기 위한 기회가 되었으면 합니다. 특히 부산 기업과 알마티 경제 협력 기반 조성 및 지속 가능한 기업 네트워크를 구성하는 것과 더불어 청년 간의 교류를 통해서 상호 문화 이해 능력 증진 및 지속 가능한 청년 교류 기반 조성을 기대하고 있습니다.
네, 잘 들었습니다. 정영수 부단장님 감사합니다. And you could hear some music in the background there as well. Nice atmosphere. So Park PD spoke with Jung Young-soo, the deputy head of the Eurasia City Diplomacy Corps. She said that she hopes this journey, which stretches from Central Asia across to Europe, will help promote Busan as a global maritime city. Also emphasizing the importance of strengthening business networks between Busan and Almaty, as well as creating lasting opportunities for young people from both cities to connect and better understand each other's cultures. 네, 그럼 어떤 행사들이 개최됐는지 소개해 주시겠어요?
알마티에서의 첫날인 어제는 먼저 라핫 팰리스 호텔에서 부산 알마티 비즈니스 상담회가 열렸습니다. 7개의 부산 기업과 카자흐스탄 현지 바이어 및 기업 관계자 등 총 50여 명이 참가했는데요. 부산과 카자흐스탄 기업 간 비즈니스 상담을 통해 부산 기업의 중앙아시아 시장 진출을 지원하고 수출 판로 확대를 위한 기반을 다지는 시간이었습니다.
네, 부산 기업들이 새로운 시장을 만날 수 있는 좋은 기회였겠네요. Oh, so the Busan Almaty business meeting, it brought together 7 companies from Busan, around 50 local buyers and business representatives from Kazakhstan. And it gave Busan companies an opportunity to connect with local businesses, explore the Central Asian market, and expand their export opportunities as well. Very exciting. Good opportunities all round. 네, 그럼 그 다음으로 진행된 행사는 무엇인가요?
네, 이어서 부산 알마티 청년 교류 행사가 알마티의 아블라이안 대학교에서 진행됐습니다. 아블라이안 대학교는 외국어와 국제관계 분야에 특화된 현지의 대표적인 대학으로 특히 한국어 학과도 활발하게 운영되고 있어 이번 청년 교류의 의미를 더했습니다. 이날 부산과 알마티 청년들은 부산 알마티 퀴즈를 비롯한 다양한 레크리에이션 프로그램을 함께하며 서로의 도시와 문화를 알아가는 시간을 가졌습니다. 단순한 만남을 넘어 앞으로도 지속적인 청년 교류를 이어갈 수 있는 자리였습니다.
네, it sounds really excited. 너무 즐거운 시간이었겠네요. 그죠? So the Busan Almaty Youth Exchange was held at the Ablakhan University, one of Almaty's leading universities, specializing in foreign languages and international relations. The university also has a very active Korean language program, which made the exchange especially meaningful and probably very comfortable for our Korean students. Young people from Busan and Almaty took part in quizzes about both cities and various recreational activities, which gave them a chance to learn more about each other's cultures and build stronger connections. It also sounds like the event helped create momentum for continued youth exchange between the two cities in the future. 네, 또 어떤 행사가 있었나요?
네, 이어서 알마티 한국교육원에서는 한국 비자 유학 설명회와 함께 상하이에서에 이어 알마티에서도 글로벌 청년 앰버서더 임명식이 진행됐습니다. 이번 설명회는 한국 비자 제도와 유학에 대한 정확한 정보를 제공해 한국 방문과 유학, 인적 교류를 더 활성화하기 위해 마련됐습니다. 또한 글로벌 청년 앰버서더 임명을 통해 부산과 알마티 청년들이 지속적으로 교류하며 두 도시를 잇는 민간 외교의 가교 역할을 할 수 있는 자리도 마련됐습니다. 현장에서 청년들이 서로의 도시에 관심을 갖고 적극적으로 소통하는 모습을 보면서 앞으로도 이어질 교류에 대한 기대도 더욱 커졌습니다.
네, 와, 완전 의미 있는 시간이었겠네요. 그죠? 부럽다. Why are we here? We want to go next time. So at the Korean Education Center in Almaty, the delegation held a session on Korean visas and study opportunities, very important, along with an appointment ceremony for global youth ambassadors, following the similar event held in Shanghai. The session was designed to provide accurate information about Korea's visa system and study options, while also encouraging more visits, study opportunities, and people-to-people exchange. The newly appointed global youth ambassadors also, they're expected to help strengthen connections between these young people in Busan and Almaty, and seeing them actively communicate and show genuine interest in each other's cities made the future of these exchanges look even more promising.
네, 그래서 한국 비자 유학 설명회를 진행하신 전 법무부 소속 비자 전문가이자 현재 경성대학교 겸임 교수로 재직 중이신 허욱 교수님을 직접 인터뷰해봤습니다. 함께 들어보시죠. 교수님 우선 간단하게 자기소개 먼저 부탁드리겠습니다.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 저는 허욱이라고 하고요. 29년 3개월 정도 출입국 관리 공무원으로 일을 하다가 올 2월 말에 명예퇴직을 하고 지금은 경성대학교에서 유학생을 가르치고 있습니다.
네, 올해 유라시아 도시외교단 처음 참여하셨는데 참여하신 소감 궁금합니다.
유라시아 이 도시외교단은 제가 너무나 잘 알고 있는 그런 행사였고요. 매년 관심 있게 받고 올해 한 11년째 정도 하고 있는 걸로 알고 있습니다. 그래서 평소에 이제 도시외교단이 출정할 때마다 올해는 어떤 일을 하고 올까 되게 많은 관심을 가졌습니다. 근데 올해 제가 이제 특별히 또 참여하게 돼가지고 너무 가슴 설레고 즐거웠습니다. 그리고 오늘 와서 같이 이제 정말 같이 한번 해보니까 정말 이 유라시아 도시 외교단이 부산이란 도시를 외교적으로 알리는 데 있어서 정말 중요한 역할을 하는구나를 깨닫게 되었습니다. 너무 자랑스럽고 외교단의 일원으로서 제가 오늘 같이 할 수 있다는 게 저한테는 참 뜻깊은 추억이고 영광이 될 것 같습니다.
네, 잘 들었습니다. I could feel his emotion through his words there. So Park PD spoke with Professor Ho, who works as an immigration officer or worked as an immigration officer for more than 29 years before retiring this June and now teaches international students at Kyongsung University. He said he has followed the Eurasia City Diplomacy Corps with great interest for many years and felt both excited and honored to join the delegation for the first time. After taking part in the program, he also realized how important the delegation is in promoting Busan through city diplomacy. 네, 박 PD님, 현재 알마티 2일차가 시작되겠네요. 그죠?
네, 맞습니다.
네.
오늘은 알마티 일정 둘째 날이자 마지막 날입니다. 먼저 부산 알마티 고위급 양자 회담이 진행될 예정인데요. 부산 알마티 직항 노선 개설을 계기로 두 도시 간 우호 관계를 더욱 돈독히 하고 다양한 분야에서의 협력을 확대하는 자리가 될 예정입니다. 이어 청년 고려인 세대 공감 문화 교류 행사를 통해 부산 청년과 고려 동포 간 세대와 문화를 아우르는 교류를 넓히고 서로의 역사와 문화에 대한 이해를 높이는 시간도 마련될 예정입니다. 마지막으로 알마티 국제공항 2층 출국장에서는 부산 알마티 직항 노선 취항을 기념하는 부산데이 인 알마티 행사도 열릴 예정입니다.
Ah, 네, 그렇군요. So today marks the second and final day of the delegation's schedule in Almaty. The day will begin with high-level bilateral meeting between Busan and Almaty, aimed at strengthening cooperation between the two cities following the launch of the direct flight route. Also, a cultural exchange will happen, bringing together young people from Busan and members of the Korean diaspora, followed by Busan Day in Almaty, which is at Almaty International Airport, to celebrate the new direct air service between the two cities. Now, speaking of air service, 박 PD님 오늘 일정을 마치고 한국으로 다시 돌아오는데요. 그렇죠? 네. 그래서 다른
맞습니다.
청년 단원들은 다음으로 어디로 이동하시나요?
네, 저는 이제 한국으로 돌아가지만 청년 단원들은 이어서 타슈켄트와 리버풀로 이동해 남은 일정을 소화할 예정입니다. 타슈켄트에서는 부산 도서관 도서 기증식과 부산 타슈켄트 청년 교류 행사가 진행되고요. 리버풀에서는 BBC 라디오를 방문해 직접 방송에 출연하는 등 다양한 활동을 이어나갈 예정입니다.
네, 와, 진짜 타시켄트와 리버풀까지 저희 My UK 남은 일정도 진짜 기대합니다. 자, so while Park PD will be returning to Korea after the Almaty schedule, the youth delegation will continue on to Tashkent and Liverpool. In Tashkent, they'll take part in a Busan Library book donation ceremony and a Busan Tashkent Youth Exchange program. Then in Liverpool, they're scheduled to visit BBC Radio and even appear on air, along with several other activities. 네, 박 PD님 오늘도 생생한 현장 소식 전해주셔서 감사합니다. 그리고 빨리빨리 부산으로 오세요. For My Busan 연출해야 되죠. 기다리겠습니다, PD님.
네, 얼른 돌아가겠습니다. 지금까지 카자흐스탄 알마티에서 박보성 PD였습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. And we will be back with more information, I'm sure, about the updates. However, this is the final day of our live connection, so certainly hope that you enjoyed our Eurasia Now segment from Monday through Friday. And hopefully the delegation continues to have a fantastic time for the remainder of their journey. Are a public official here in Busan.
Yes.
From Germany.
Correct.
How's that going?
It's going well. I think if I look back at the last 5 months, I'm already entering my final month in September. I've really got a good understanding of Korea so far. I mean, there's endless things you can learn, but I think I've tried to spread my interests across many disciplines and try to learn how City Hall works, how the cuisine is like, how history, language, culture, and interpersonal connections are connected. And I think I've made some good friends here and
You've got
had a good time. Yes.
Yeah. So actually, it's been a couple of months since we saw each other because I was away and we only meet once a month. But I know since the last time we met, obviously you've got so much official business, as we all do, but you've also, like you said, built some really strong friendships. And so now the friends that you know, I also know. And so, yeah, that's where you got that lovely new nickname. So how has it been connecting with everyone on a personal level here, now that you're kind of much more integrated, because you have to leave very soon, actually?
That's very true. I think those friendships that I made here, they will last across the time that I'll be here in Busan. I think I have a very special relationship to Busan at this stage and to Korea and to the people here. And I think, I mean, the world essentially is a small place.
Yes.
We can visit each other. I will come back here. And I think geographically being close to each other doesn't really make the difference. Like, you can always fly by, right?
Yeah, you can fly, and we've got video calls. You know, you can be connected with someone face to face in a matter of seconds. So we only have a very short time today because in the second half of this segment, this half of the show, we've got another video segment. So I'm going to leave it up to you. What's been going on? Tell us all the updates.
I gotta say, third time was the charm for Lotte Giants game. I was very excited to finally see them win last week on Wednesday with a magnificent home run. It was an up and down game, true roller coaster, like every time. That was very exciting, but I think I won't go to any more matches just because I think from now on it's bad luck.
End on a high.
Yes, end on a high.
Yeah.
That was great. I had a very exciting day 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, kind of a field visit day because I had to write my final report here. I paid a visit to the UN Memorial Cemetery, which I think was very important, with Germany having participated during the Korean War a little bit. I went to Busan Museum, learning a little about all things Korean history, and I also went to the Busan Wartime Capital Exhibition, which was also very nice, very good to see. I went to Arte Museum. It was kind of a whole packed museum/history day, and it also it made me feel really connected to Korea and to Busan again. And I think there's so much Busan can tell from its past and how it carries on into the future. So that was very, very nice.
Yeah.
I got to meet the German ambassador and the mayor, which was very nice. Making some connections to Germans here abroad, some officials, was also very special. So that kind of felt like coming full circle and having that close connection as well. I've been outside, out and about. I think I sometimes enjoy those evening strolls, even though it's raining hard. I took a very rainy Sunday evening walk on Liberation Day weekend a few weeks ago. And sometimes I just enjoy when I have Busan almost to myself, when people are kind of hiding inside, and I just go to Kwangali, look at Kwangan Bridge, listen to some music, and just and feel at ease, feel relaxed, just chill.
That's why I like getting up at 5 o'clock. It feels like I'm into a secret that nobody else knows about. You know, it's one of those things. So you've done a little bit of stuff.
Just
You've been a little bit busy.
조금.
Not too much. Yeah, 조금. Speaking of 조금, how's your Korean?
I would say I'm still very shy that it hasn't much changed, being publicly conversing with people, but I think it's just about getting it going, right? Speaking, making mistakes, learning from it, which I find hard sometimes, but I think people are so appreciative here if I speak, and they're so happy. So I try to just add another sentence or two or three to every conversation that I make, even in English, and I think that's progressing really well. I think I had a great teacher so far, and I have a couple more sessions before I leave Busan, and I'm really enjoying it. It was very, very tough at the beginning, but I think it's great.
Yeah.
That I made some progress here.
It's very hard. Korean is very, very hard.
Yeah.
But you already speak different languages.
Yes.
How many I can't remember. How many languages do you speak?
Well, I learned English early on, and then had the privilege to study in the US. So it was English, Italian, French, some Spanish. So now Korean.
Yeah. So German, English, Spanish, French,
Italian.
Spanish. Did I say Spanish or Franish? French, Italian, Spanish, Korean. So only 6.
Only 6.
Only 6 languages. Only 6 languages. You know, you've been very busy. I mean, you couldn't get to 10 yet, and it's understandable, but there's still time. Speaking of being incredibly busy, your schedule for September looks absolutely packed. Are you going to manage to get any kind of rest while you're here?
I think it's not so much about resting as much as just experiencing every single bit that I can until I leave. I thought during July and August when it was so hot that I wanted to give myself some time to rest, but now I feel like I just have to seize every day that I can.
Do everything.
Even though it's raining sometimes, I just want to maximize the time. So I think I've spent a lot of the last week or two just trying to integrate my schedule as best as I can around working hours in the next few weeks. So I have some friends visiting. A friend visiting in Seoul that is coming by, a friend from Germany, US friends. So that's very nice. I think the holiday weekend coming up is very cool. I have my final workshop program, K2H program workshop on Jeju-do. So I'm looking forward to taking a look at the island. I hope the weather is nice. And connecting with the other officials, saying goodbye, and kind of rounding things up. I can feel that it's going towards the end now.
Yeah.
So.
You do. It's like when you go over a hill, you go up, and then you come down, and you can you're on a Thursday. If this was the days of the week, you're on the Thursday at this point.
Yeah.
So September, you will be here for your final Guten Tag Busan in September. So we've still got another week with you, and maybe we can make that a little bit longer. But since we met on that first day, on that first time, compared to now, what are some of the changes you've seen in yourself? Having arrived here, fresh and new, and now you've been in Korea, I would say you're probably, very well integrated at this point. How have you changed? How has Busan changed you?
I think I've learned to adapt even quicker and to not go into situations with so much of a preconceived mindset, but just be even more open to experiencing. Because sometimes you kind of think you have an idea of what the situation is going to be like, but then it's really just a bag of surprises.
Yeah.
And but it's in almost every case, it's been positive surprises. So I think just diving into the unknown and just taking in as much as you can, in whatever perspective, has been very precious.
Yeah.
I think just going out and about was something that I fine-tuned even more during my time.
And what about, as obviously I'll kind of ask you this next week as well, but what are some of the main things that you're going to take back to Hamburg with you?
Oh, I'm going to miss the level of social trust that is really prevalent here. I mean, you can leave your cell phone in a restaurant, you don't have to worry about it, or you drop your purse, your wallet, and nothing's going to happen. And I think the kind of respect and humility that everyone just puts out in the public sphere, whether it's on the subway or in any public space, is really special. And I think Europe can sometimes improve on that a little bit. So
100%.
Yes.
I was I was back in the UK.
Yes.
I was just offended by everybody.
I mean, the hospitality is outstanding here.
Yeah.
Whether it's at a restaurant, you just press a button and the waiter is coming, and it's just very, very. People are very, very kind, and I'm going to miss that a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Well, listen, I wish you the absolute best final month here, because you're leaving Korea October 4th. You mentioned before we came on air, and September you've got a packed schedule. What are, just a very brief rundown, what are some of the official things that you're going to have to do?
We have Global City Week coming up, exploring the Smart City Expo, which is September 8th and September 7th, 8th, with some global international delegations coming. And, the final program workshop on Jeju-do. And I think there will be some daily activities here and there.
You've got Cinema Center outdoor movie night on your schedule here, I see.
That is very true, yes.
Is that just for fun?
That is just for fun,
Oh,
They're screening Roman Holiday with Audrey Hepburn and
I love that film.
Gregory Peck next Tuesday, which is the last English movie screening.
So if you want to hang out with Simon, that's where he'll be.
Next Tuesday at 8.
Next Tuesday.
At Centum.
Listen, we're going to say goodbye today, and we'll welcome you back for the final episode next month. Until then, enjoy as much as you can and rest when you get back to Germany.
I will.
So thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Simon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, let's have a song. This is Yoon Dae-hae. We Call It Love.
Try to make it last, and while we can, you trust and love. Even when the lips is broken, all my life, 왜 마지막 기억을 뒤따라 처음부터 다시 돌아봐. 거의 모두 엉망이었지만 전부 그렇지는 않나 봐. 마지막 기억을 뒤따라 처음부터 다시 돌아봐 거의 모두 엉망이었지만 전부 그렇지는 않나 봐.
이 프로그램은 부산광역시 지역방송 발전 이 프로그램은 부산광역시 지역방송 발전 지원사업 보조금을 지원받아 제작하였습니다.
A time to discover the charm of Busan through the eyes of the people who've made it home. This is Busan Roundtable. Today we're joined by expats from all around the world, now living right here in our beautiful city of Busan, to share what makes this city's charm so uniquely its own. Joining me today are 4 guests who'll be leading our Busan Roundtable together, and we're talking about something very close to all of our hearts, of course, the taste of Busan, Busan의 맛. Today. Before we dive into our main discussion, of course, we have a quiz for you. And if you know the answer to the quiz, you can always text us #9050 샵9050, and that's going to cost you 100 won. But if you don't have 100 won, don't worry. You can get in touch through our Kakao Talk, Busan English Broadcasting's app message, or of course on our live stream as well. So here's the quiz question today. Busan's local specialty dishes. There are so many delicious ones. Now, this is a noodle dish made from wheat flour and starch served in cold broth. So the quiz question is, what is this dish? I'll give you 2 options, 짜장면 or 밀면. 어떻게 생각하세요, 여러분? What do you think? Is it number 1, 짜장면, or number 2, 밀면? Get in touch and let us know. 네, 여러분, 부산의 향토 음식 중 하나로 밀가루와 녹말가루 등으로 만든 면에 육수를 부어서 자기 먹는 침 나오는 겁니다. 죄송합니다. 이것은 무엇일까요? 네, 1번 짜장면, 2번 밀면. 네, 샵9050, #9050, 카카오톡, etc., etc. Get your answers in and you could win a prize. All right, shall we get started going in and meeting our guests for today? Let's talk about the taste of Busan together. I would love to welcome our guests. First off, let me introduce to my right, Jeff.
Nice to see you today. My name's Jeff Leipsch. I'm the publisher of Haps Korea magazine, and I come from Essex, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, very nice. Jeff, tak, tak, tak. Everybody tak, tak, tak for Jeff. It's all very polite. It's all very nice, isn't it?
Hello, everyone. My name is Srejan, and I'm from India. I'm professor at Busan University of Foreign Studies. Nice to meet you all.
Round of applause.
My name is Chris, and I'm from Seattle in the USA. And I work as a freelance writer here in Busan. I'm a regular contributor to The Telegraph and National Geographic Traveler. Nice to be here.
My Korean name is ER, and everyone knows ER. I love samgyetang, but I'm not samgyetang. I'm from China, Shanghai. Nice to meet you guys.
All right, so we're going to have a good old chat about food in Busan. Now we've done the opening, we can relax, right? So let's shake it off a little bit. I'm going to stay over this side. Eyal and Chris, what are some of the first meals that you had when you came to Busan that maybe stand out? 네, 부산에 와서 처음 먹었던 음식에 대해서 좀 얘기해 주시겠어요?
Okay, I go first. It's so amazing. It's a home cooking. It's from my 시어머니, mother-in-law. She cooked for me for the first bite. Oh, it's so amazing. She has got a super big table, and she for every corner. I really got a really nice time. And the first dish, it's no first dish. First dishes, Korean traditional dishes. They are so yummy, especially kimchi. She prepared 7 or 8 different kinds of kimchi for me.
아, 맛있겠다. 생각만 해도 너무 맛있겠다. 특히 명절 다가오니까. Chris, how about you?
My very first meal in Korea was some barbecue that my colleagues took me out to eat in the summer night, and I remember as the samgyeopsal is sizzling on the table, and I take that first sip of beer, I thought I could get used to this pretty quickly. But the next night after work, I went to the little traditional market right across from my apartment. And I just was, wandering around in amazement because all this food was new to me. I really didn't know much about Korean food. And I saw this little sign on the second floor with a cute little octopus. And I'm like, I think I'll have some of that. Let's have some octopus. So I walked up the stairs and just walked into the middle of the restaurant. And this is a nakjibokum restaurant. Now, nakjibokum has become one of my favorite dishes. That's long-legged octopus cooked with a load of garlic and onions and a spicy sauce, served over rice. So I just sat down on the floor and just pointed, because I couldn't read Korean. I couldn't even say 안녕하세요 at this point. I was an absolute baby. So I just pointed to what the other people were eating. And soon they brought me out this thing of nakjibokum, and it was really spicy, and it was so hot because it was August. So I'm drinking a beer and eating this, and sweat is just pouring down my face, and my whole head turns red. And then I noticed the 4 aunties in the kitchen kind of peering out, watching me as I eat, and they're laughing at how sweaty I was. I kind of made a spectacle of myself, but ever since then, nakjibokum has held a really dear place in my heart.
I love that.
Yeah, I remember when I first moved here, and again, I actually used to carry a book around with me. Mm-hmm. And I used to ask okay, what am I eating here? Because I had no idea what anything was.
Yeah.
And so I used to ask the people I was with, I'd write it in this book and then kind of send a message back when I talked to my family, I'm like, I ate this. I remember it was stuff like cow's intestines, and there was all kinds of from traditional food. Yeah, so it was a really big experience coming here. As far as seafood goes, again, I was never a really big seafood eater back home. I've come to enjoy a lot of stuff here, I can do shrimp, eating the raw tuna, raw fish, stuff like that. I've had lots of experiences, so yeah, I mean the cooking style from what I grew up on the Great Lakes, so it's a lot of fresh fish coming from the lake. So very different, but I've come to enjoy it here.
I'm going to take the same question. I'm going to take a different question, but you can also add your answers to the first one. When it comes to what people think of Busan, seafood is usually the first thing that comes to mind, right? So what's the biggest difference between Busan's seafood ingredients or cooking styles versus what you're used to back home? And actually, I'm going to ask Srijan, because you're from India, so very different cooking styles.
Yeah, of course. In India, we my place, my hometown is not there is no sea nearby, but my home is located on the bank of a river. So we do eat fishes, but we don't eat seafood like Busan or Korea. And usually, as you know, Indians, they love spices. So whenever we cook seafood or fish, we cook it with spices. It's like fish fry or fish curry.
Yeah, this is fascinating. I grew up eating seafood all the time.
Yeah, same.
Grew up on the coast. We had a boat inland waters. We caught our own fish. We dug clams. We caught crabs. So we ate a lot of seafood. So I grew up loving seafood. But I mean, obviously the biggest difference is usually in the United States, seafood is cooked. We don't really do raw seafood. And then live seafood, of course, you can get sangnakji, of course, is served live and squiggling. Gomjanga is served squiggling in the pan, which a lot of people can't get over. I kind of like it.
Do you know, for me, the gomjanga is the gomjirak is fine, but it's the 식감, texture.
Yeah.
When you chew it, it's so tough.
It's really rubbery.
The taste is fine, and the moving is kind of fun. It's so interesting. Culturally, it's so different, even though we are, one and the same humans. Yurashi, I'm going to come to you, because in Busan, you can eat seafood, and I know China loves to eat seafood as well. And so I want to hear your experience, because you can practically get it from the sea onto your plate straight away.
Directly.
So have you been to any of Busan's really famous seafood spots, like 자갈치 시장 or 밀락 시장 or 기장 해녀 마을?
Yeah, I visited a lot of fish markets in Busan. They're so amazing. I love seafood. I love hui, but I never tried the 물회. And I like raw seafood, but never see nails, but they have everything. I think you just like visit a small aquarium, like the fish market, and it's amazing because on the first floor is the market, and on the second floor is just a restaurant. And I ordered 2 fish, and they give you a lot of free bantan. Yeah, that's amazing. About over a dozen, something like that. And also, they give you free 매운탕. Have you tried 매운탕 before?
매운탕.
매운탕, of course. Yeah.
Oh, I never think about we can cook 매운탕 by, normally they use the materials we don't use, but they make amazing taste of 매운탕. And what can I say? And also, you can eat everything you want, you like. You can make the raw fish where, and also the market can give you the fried fish. Anyway, if you talk with the owners, and they will try to make your favorite taste every time. Just to talk with the restaurant owners, and you said, "Wow, you have amazing food here. I love your cooking," and they will give you something free. I love the services. I love the owners. I love the people more than the seafood itself.
So it's 서로 서비스. You give them lip service, they give you 서비스.
Yeah, that's amazing.
스마트, 너무 스마트. 자, 우리는 부산 대표 음식에 대해서 얘기를 하면 무조건 돼지국밥 그리고 밀면 배 놓을 수가 없잖아요. So we can't leave out the 2 most representative foods of Busan, 돼지국밥 and 밀면. So Shujan, I'm going to come to you. Do you eat these foods regularly? How do you feel about these foods?
Actually, I don't eat 돼지국밥 either.
What do you eat, Shujan? Why are you on a show about food?
So I don't like the 피린내 taste. I mean, if be it seafood or like 고기 피린내. So, but I do like. I love barbecue. So I mean, 돼지국밥 I eat, but not the meat, but the soup itself. I like the soup. Yeah, 육수. I love 육수, but I don't eat the the real meat inside that.
Yeah.
So because boiled meat is not my.
Not your thing, not your bag. I get it. What about 밀면?
Milmen, I really love milmen. So many times I eat and milmen you cannot find other places like in Seoul. It's very rare to find milmen. Only in Busan. So I have my favorite place in that Haeundae. Whenever I visit Haeundae, I eat milmen and mandu with that.
Yeah.
That I love.
You got to rock the mandu.
Yeah.
This is just making me too hungry. I don't know. Jeff, I'm going to wrap on you just very briefly. How about you? 돼지국밥 and 밀면. You've been here the longest out of everybody. Yeah. Surely you are into Busan's 대표 음식.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've actually had milmyeon. Daejigukbap, there's actually a place just around the corner from my house that's pretty good. I mean, they always say, like, follow the taxi drivers because they know the best spots, especially for Daejigukbap. I mean, Chris is especially expert about Daejigukbap, and he's got his places to go, especially because he's such a good foodie.
Well, I mean, in Busan, you can't throw a rock without hitting a really good Daejigukbap place. The baseline is really good here.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's I'm fine with the boiled meat, but it's what do you add to your Daejigukbap? Is what I mean. Do you add stuff to it, or do you just eat it as it's served? Or people have their own preference. I kind of tend to just kind of go with what's given to me. But I mean, it's up to everyone's taste and choice, I guess. So
that's the beauty of 돼지국밥 when you've got your what is it called, 새우젓, and you've got all of the veggies that you can put in, onions and garlic, or none, or do you put in some sambal?
I chuck the whole thing of garlic in.
You just gotta, however, 자기 입맛에 따라 먹어야 됩니다, 그죠? Okay, listen, thank you so much for sharing all your wonderful experiences with our food of Busan, and there are many more we could talk about. But let's move on to our next segment. 네, 다음 세그먼트에 도착했습니다, 여러분. It's a balance game for our second segment. So, let's see how much you agree with each other or disagree with each other. My goal is not to make you fight, but, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're going to pair you up in twos and see if you agree or disagree on the theme, which is the taste of Busan. So listen to the questions and answer right away. There's no overthinking. There's no wrong answer. I'm going to start with Jeff and Chris, okay? 싸우지 마세요. Don't look so serious, gentlemen. It's all right. Okay. I will do a 3, 2, 1, and then you have to say your answer. Okay?
Great.
There's no question yet, so don't worry. If you had to eat just one thing for the rest of your life, 1, spicy 낙곱새, or 2, 남포동 chilled 족발. 자, 평생 하나만 먹어야 한다면 1번 매콤한 낙곱새, 2번 남포동 냉채 족발. 3, 2, 1.
족발.
낙곱새.
Oh.
I feel like the timing was off.
I knew that was going to happen.
Were you waiting? Were you waiting to see what each other?
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Okay.
I'll do this. I'll do
Okay.
this. Anyway, that was perfect. Okay, Jeff, tell me why.
Not the biggest fan of nakopse. Jokbal, I mean, you kind of know what you're going to get. You're getting your pig's feet, basically.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit more partial to that if I had to choose one of these two for the rest of my life.
What is it that you don't like about 낙곱새?
I don't know.
Nothing
Just
in particular?
Nothing in particular. It's just not my jam. But I
Gotcha.
knew Chris was going to choose that.
Gotcha. Okay, Chris, tell me why.
Well, nakjibokum, of course, was the first like real crazy dish I had in Korea and kind of made me fall in love with Korean food culture. So there's that. I didn't, but for a long time, I used to just get straight nakjibokum. And now I do the nakgopse. And gop is gopjang, of course, which is pork intestine, I believe, or cow. But it is intestine. I think it's pork intestine. And I don't really like that dish on its own, but a little bit with the nakjibokum and the seo, the shrimp, it's good because it provides kind of an earthy, oily flavor, like more of an umami. It kind of deepens the dish, and it really it kind of knocks it up a whole new level. So yeah, give me some gopjang with my nakjibokum, please.
So I bet you like 마늘곱창 or 마늘막창.
Sometimes I can eat a bit, but my wife loves it.
Yeah. So
she will want to eat it sometimes, and so I will. I'll take one for the team.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to move on to Shrija and Ear because I want to know what you're going to do. So it's the same rules, balance game. I'll give you the question, and then we'll do 3, 2, 1. You have to shout it out, okay? Second question. Oh, this is such a good question. Oh, my goodness. What's your favorite street food snack? Okay. Number 1, 물떡. Number 2, 씨앗호떡. 오케이. 네, 길거리 간식 중 나의 최애는 1번 물떡, 2번 씨앗호떡. 3, 2, 1.
씨앗호떡.
Okay, so we've got a little disagreement in the ranks here. Okay, Shujan, I'll come to you. 씨앗호떡이라고 하셨죠?
예.
But why did you pick number 2?
씨앗호떡 제가 처음 먹어봤을 때 처음으로 먹으면서 이 맛은 정말 아는 맛이다.
그러니까.
아는 맛이다. 그 인도에서 단 과자를 많이 먹는데 한국에서는 단 거 별로 없거든요.
굴랍자문.
예. 굴랍자문 맞아요.
자문,
그래서 그 씨앗 호떡 먹으면서 이 맛은 정말 인도 사람들이 누구나 다 좋아할 수 있는 맛이다. 그래서 제 가족이나 친구들 부산에 오면 무조건 씨앗 호떡 먹게 합니다.
근데 바닐라 아이스크림이랑 같이 먹어보셨어요?
아니요, 씨앗 호떡 파는 데는 그거는
무조건. 이번 가을에 무조건 먹어보시.
어디서 나오는지 알려주세요.
아니요, 집에서 해야 집에서 나오지는 않아요.
그 호떡은 집까지 가지고 가면 너무 눅눅해지고 아마 맛이 없어지지.
방식이 있어요. 아이스크림 가게에서 한 스쿱 사고 그리고 들고 가고 넣고 진짜 맛있게 먹을 수 있어요. 이열 씨, you said 물떡.
야,
근데 왜요?
물떡 국물이 진짜 집에서 안 나와요. 얼마나 열심히 만들어도 입맛이 안 나와요. 그냥 식당 가면 그 된장찌개, 김치찌개 꼭 먹는 뜻이랑 똑같아요. 이 맛이 내가 집에 만들면 무조건 실패. 근데 길거리 음식에서 그 물떡 먹으면 와, 왜 이렇게 맛있어요. 이런 느낌 좀 좀 맨날 가면 좀 2개씩 먹어요.
그러니까. 근데 나는 물떡보다 국물.
그렇죠.
국물 진짜 최고입니다.
그리고 찍어는 소스.
네. 맛있다. Okay. Before we go on, I want to quickly ask, very quickly, Chris, favorite street food?
The wind's blowing. I have that omuk.
부산이면 오목이죠.
Yeah.
오목이죠.
Have that omuk and just take it down on the stick, dip it in the soy sauce. I know I go to a place in Napodong that has spray bottles for the soy. You can spray the soy sauce on, and the wind's blowing. It's great in the winter, and then you have that kumul. You know, you just ladle it in the cup and you drink it, and it warms you up, and it's this fishy, sweet taste, and it just blossoms inside of you, and it's just 진짜 만족해.
That's 진짜 부산답다,
Yeah,
right? That's
it's,
Busan man. Jeff, how about you? Favorite street food?
Same as Chris.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A good omuk?
Yeah.
In the winter?
Yep.
Yeah.
That and like again, it's you get the cup.
Yeah.
And it's like just goodness. You just
it's magic.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, well, listen, that is our balance game over. Congratulations, you all win. 10 points for everybody. That is all done for our balance game. So thank you again to all of our contestants. Very well done. The prize is... Ta-da! You're welcome.
Thank you.
We had lots of different answers, of course, lots of different opinions about Busan's food. Because Busan has such diverse flavors, it brings together so many different kinds of food and so many different cooking styles. It's got a distinct character across the board. So I want to ask you just one final question. Bringing your experience, your expertise. Just very briefly, what would be some ways that you would like to improve upon Busan's food or dining scenes? 네, 간단하게 말하면 혹시 뭐 이렇게 했으면 좋겠다 하는 점이 있다면 말씀해 주시겠어요?
I think Busan's actually missing a huge opportunity with this because I look at the riverside here, and I look especially just over here at the APAC Nauru Gongwon. At the APAC, they've got a beautiful waterfront that I think if they actually kind of made it even to a little bit more of like a Singapore style with like a hawker village, but even putting like pojangmachas or something down there, that would be a really great place to not only revitalize the waterfront area, but also make it like a fun place to go for people. It would be a great new tourist attraction to have like just restaurant carts just lined up down the promenade. I think if they did that, that would be an excellent thing for the city.
최근에 제 학생도 그렇고 외국인 부산을 찾아오는 외국인 중에 제식주의자하고 위건들도 많습니다. 그런데 제식 음식이나 위건 음식을 찾기가 부산에서 굉장히 어려워요. 그래서 모두를 위한 부산을 만들려면 그럼 제식주의자하고 위건 사람들도 먹을 수 있는 부산만의 좀 특별한 음식이 개발됐으면 좋겠다는
그거는 진짜 중요한 것 같아요.
부산 커피는 그냥 큰 브랜드 말고 그냥 우리 길거리에서 작은 뭐 사장님 개인 숍 그런 거 있잖아요. 이런 숍 들어가면 놀라운 곳이야. 커피 너무 맛있어요. 근데 외국 사람들이 잘 몰라요. 이 대부분 개인 커피 장사하신 분은 진짜 real 커피 러버들이야. 그래서 원두 종류도 많고 이 원두 이야기도 재밌게 할 수 있고 커피 맛이 또 다양하게 나와요. 가격도 비싸지 않아요. 그래서 외국 사람가 모르서 이렇게 그냥 지나가면 너무 아쉬워요. 그래서 이게 우리 부산 로컬 커피에서 조금만 신경 더 쓰시면 좋은 것 같아요.
홍보 노력을 필요한다는 말씀이시죠. 예, 좋습니다. 네, 여러분 바쁘신 와중에도 이 시간을 내주셔서 대단히 감사하고요. Today we had a rich, very delicious, colorful conversation about the taste of Busan with our four wonderful guests. Please give them a round of applause. Give each other a round of applause. From seafood to 돼지국밥, 밀면, Busan is, well, delicious, but home to so many dishes shaped by both its history and, of course, the sea, which is exactly why the city could just as easily go by another name, a food lover's paradise. The Busan Roundtable will be back next time to explore various other things in our beautiful city of Busan. But for now, it's time for us to say goodbye. This program is produced by Ji Chang-min, Park Ji-won, written by Lee Hyun-ju, and I'm your host, Laura McCluckey. We'll see you next time. Thank you. 감사합니다. 너무 감사합니다. 너무너무 감사합니다.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
수고하셨습니다.
이 프로그램은 부산광역시 지역방송 발전지원사업 보조금을 지원받아 제작하였습니다.
Can you hear it? Feel the sound of Busan. Your city, your story, your vibe. Tune into For My Busan.
Oh, what a wonderful show. I really loved hanging out with those guys and chatting all about food. Of course, everyone loves to talk about Busan food, especially if you're from Busan. Everyone's got a favorite and a reason for that favorite. I just want to remind all of our listeners that there is a very cool event going on where Busan City will be asking us, the citizens of Busan, to recommend our favorite 돼지국밥 restaurants, okay? So you can find out all the information on Busan City's 별스타그램 or Busan City _globe, and you can get the English information over there as well. If you love 돼지국밥, like I love 돼지국밥, then go and vote for your favorite 동네 맛집. Oh my goodness. And there will be a whole kind of event surrounding that as well. Well, it's definitely time for dinner, so I'm going to say goodbye to you just now. I hope you have a very delicious meal this evening. Just to remind you that the winners from today, you will be notified on our website, okay? So we'll upload the prize winners on the BEFM website at befm.or.kr on the notice board, 공지사항에서. So you can, go and check it out. And if you visited in the first episode as well and participated, visit the website again for checking the winners as well. 여러분, winner 웹사이트에서 확인할 수 있습니다. 네, 화이팅! Good luck! All right, it's time to say cheerio. Today's show was produced by Park Chan-woo and Park Bo-sung, written by Hong Kyung-hwa, hosted by Laura McCluckey. And the final song for you today is 그대만 있다면 by 일기예보. I'll see you back here tomorrow for the weekend show. Take care. Stay dry. Bye-bye.